Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
What's up, party people? It's your boy Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. Already in the queue. The real Dino Wells. I see you, buddy. Ty Gills, thank you for tuning in today. Media Room 360 is in the building as per usual. Doing this part broadcast. You can support my page by sending stars. A digital gift that keeps me earning money. Love it. Yo, thank you. Thank you for watching the show. Thank you for participating. Taki Bates, appreciate you. Ty Gibbs, appreciate you. Dino Wells, appreciate you, man. Guys, we cannot do this without you. Now, this is what we ask. Share the broadcast. That's right. Share the freaking broadcast. Jack, what up? Welcome to the show. Man, cannot wait to get cracking today. Is Corey my only co-host, Candy? Oh. Went to the Uptown Comedy Corner last night. I saw my buddy, Chicago native, house music DJ, comedian, Dion Cole. We had a great chat last night. Gonna get him on the show real soon. They were doing a memorial for our brother, Mr. Nard Holston. Great job. Uptown Comedy Corner was packed. Great time out there. Atlantis, Washington, KC Waiters. Welcome, Damon Blake. Welcome. We cannot do this show without you. All right. If you don't have a copy of the book, I said I was going to start pumping this book. Great Stocking Stuffer, easy read, Rodney Perry Moments on My Journey. You too can have a copy. Or catch me on the road. I'm about to order some because I'm going to be on the road for the next couple of weeks. All right, here we go. My co-host for the day. Me and his brother go way back. I don't remember when we met. But he's been nothing but a dope human being. Welcome to the show, comedian, great guy. It's Corey, man. How you doing, Corey?
I'm good, my brother. How about yourself?
But you about to get your Muslim on.
Yo, I got this dope hat. I always want to turn my hat. I want to wear a hat on stage, but the brim.
You don't want to cover your face.
Right. So I found this hat online that doesn't have a brim.
That's kind of dope.
So anywhere I wear it.
Dollar Bill from Detroit. What's up? Okay, hold up, Dollar Bill. I'm going to see you New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, you probably working. New Year's Eve, Southfield, Michigan. Rodney Perry will be in the Detroit area. But this is what I do for the short brim.
Oh, the flip up joint?
I'll do something like that.
Okay, so hold on a second. I'm gonna tell you now though, you're the one that inspired me to start rocking these joints. And you know what I'm saying? My paydays aren't quite as like yours, but I try to splurge on myself at least like once a year. So I got this joint right here that I can do the same thing.
That's a good hat. That's a good hat.
And it's a travel hat, so I can fold it up.
Yeah, it's crushable. What brand is that? What brand is that?
This is it's out of Boston. This dude, Barilicio. It's a shop in Boston. Next time you're in Boston, I'll take you there so you can check them out.
I like to get stuff like that.
The only place I know where I can get a hat for this head.
You do look like you got a 10-gallon head. You got some, but you probably better at thinking than most people.
Yeah, I have a lot on my mind. That's what my mama said to me. My mom used to tell me, boy, you got a lot on your mind. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate it. But the first time we met was at the Bay Area Comedy Festival.
Was it?
Yes. God, who was that? You remember my man Baratunde Thurston?
Yes.
Chris Tabb. We were all there at the same time. That's when I first met Nate Jackson.
That whole Boston Connect.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Chris Tabb.
Yeah, I am too. When he's not around, I love the brother. Let me stop. That's my dude.
We got to get Chris Tabb on the show. You got to help me get Chris.
All right, I'll make it happen. I'll reach out to him. You know, we used to do a dynamic duo where we get on stage together.
Oh, you and Chris Tabb were a team?
Yeah, dog.
You know, I was a part of a team.
Word? I didn't know that.
Me and Harry Radford, Kevin Hart's right-hand man, and Harry was a team.
I didn't know that. That's how you and Harry connect.
Well, we was in the Navy together.
Damn.
Yeah.
While we're on the subject of the Plastic Cup Boys, you have been doing an outstanding job hopping in guest hosting. I love the show. I love it with Kev. I like it without Kev. But when you're there with Kev or without Kev, it takes it to another level.
Well, you know, I got a different voice, a different timing, and I just be trying to fit in, you know. And you know, I approach it like a guest spot. Like,
right.
I never want to be the reason the show is not going right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Speaking of the show, coming on from the West Coast, my other co-host has just logged in. Me and this guy go back 20 plus years. He's a part of my story. He's a part of the book. We got to talk about that today. Ladies and gentlemen, coming on the show, comedian, actor, father. Nobody talks about that, but fathers make a difference. Mr. Mark Howard, what's up, Mark?
What's up, Rodney? Man, hey, add grandfather to it now.
Oh, you're a granddad. Get out. I'm a granddad too.
I got 3 of them.
You got 3 grands? Get out of here, man. So we do the Bay Area Black Comedy Competition. Mark Howard almost beat me.
Some say I should have. Oh, I'm sorry.
I like Bruno. No, I didn't say you should have. I was like, hey, Mark, it was me and you standing there. I was like, Mark Howard just beat me. Because your set was so familiar. Cedric Wilson, what's up, brother? And Atlantis, Washington. Yo, you are so phenomenal. But we do the contest, and we both get noticed by Cedric. Right? And I do Cedric's first tour date, and you have the second date booked,
Right.
but your father gets ill, and I end up doing the second date as well, which put me on the tour the rest of the year. What's that music?
Oh, that's me. My bad. I can't.
Turn that shit off.
He got that mood setting music back there.
Yeah, that's my work. That's my work mode music.
Turn that shit off. All right.
Yeah, let me turn.
All right, gentlemen. Here we go.
Yes.
Kroger, grocery store giant, and Albertsons are set to merge. Do you have Kroger's, Corey?
I'm originally from North Carolina, so I know Kroger's, but there's no Kroger's in the Boston area.
You don't.
Let me correct it, because somebody told me that I've been saying it wrong for 40 plus years. It's Kroger, not Kroger.
Yeah, it's just one. It's one, but I know they have many Krogers.
Yes. or do they have many Kroger?
Dude, this is a $25 billion deal. Yo, Mark, this is gonna be one of those stories, man. And Corey's like, what they got to do with me? We don't have Kroger. I'm like, dog, this is gonna affect the country. They're gonna be the biggest grocery distributor in the world after they merge. What's your thoughts on that, man?
Interesting. You just enlightened me to something. I didn't hear about it because being out in LA, there were Albertsons. I don't see Albertsons many places. I know there's one over in Torrance, and I've gone over there. It's pretty big too. A lot of people come through there. But will that bring more of the? I don't know what they're gonna is.
This
are
is
they
like
going to acquire become
300,000 jobs.
Albertsons? So Kroger's acquiring Albertson?
Yes.
Okay. So
they're merging. They're merging.
Okay. Well, what name will they be?
I don't know. Probably Kroger's will be Kroger's and Albertsons will be Albertsons, but they're falling into the same brand.
Okay. So
I don't know.
That's big in the South, like we're talking about North Carolina, Ohio. I've seen Kroger's over there. I know you're from Chicago. I don't think Kroger's in Illinois, is it?
I don't think so. But how about this, gentlemen? Have y'all tripped off this? Is there somewhere around you can get grocery at night after 10 p.m.?
Target.
Target's open after 10?
Not after 10.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
I'm going to say, what kind of Boston you live in?
You did. You know what? Boston dudes act like they don't know racism exists.
They should. They get about as bad as anything else.
We got it. It's highbrow. It's the cream of the crop racism.
But here, guys, Mark Howard, can you get groceries after 10 o'clock?
I couldn't tell you where I could. Not at all. Not Walmart, not even the what I call the hood grocery stores, like Food for Less out here, or Shoppers Food Market in DC.
I just thought about this the other day. I'm like, if I wanted to get some lettuce after 10, it's not gonna happen.
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
No, actually,
maybe a loaf of bread.
Loaf of bread.
Maybe.
Some eggs, maybe.
Wow.
CA Walmart. You get it at the $25
CA Canoble's in the chat. I see you, sis. We're gonna bring on real soon. John Hall, thank you for popping in today. Detroit is in the building. Shouts out to the 313. I'll be in Detroit New Year's Eve at the Punchline Comedy Lounge. Intimate setting. We are looking to sell these shows out. Get your tickets now. Have y'all seen Candy Burrs?
Lately?
Yeah.
Is she fine? Is Candy Burrs fine?
Yes.
Always was.
Yes. Always will be.
Look at these pictures. Let me tell you something. I don't care what nobody say. Candy Burrs is fine as hell.
Fine chocolate.
She gotta be 50.
I don't think she's that old.
She got to be 50. You gotta think at the height of that group, they was like they our age, Mark.
I look a little younger.
You can find out how old Candy is.
She's 46.
Goodness gracious.
She's 46 years old.
No disrespect to her husband, Todd.
Yes.
Yeah, what's crazy about that is she, of all the women that have been on the Housewives of Atlanta, she's the one that's probably sustained her level of professionalism the most.
You know what? Yeah. And she's rich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, because Candy is a songwriter. Oh, make that bigger. I want to see that picture.
I like that sister with superpowers.
Dude, how y'all feel about wigs, man? This thing changed her whole vibe, dude.
The blonde wig. Looks good with her. She's rocking it.
She killed
it. They did well with the shot with her because they definitely lightened her up. She's not that light. or shiny.
All right, if we're gonna talk about wigs, I love wigs. I love wigs. I love weave. My only thing is
You
when it's
love weave?
yeah, I don't mind a woman enhancing herself or whatever. What the problem comes in is when we get into physical or athletic activities. Like, what do I have to grab onto?
What you doing athletic with a woman? Y'all ain't hooping together.
Well, there's things that could be considered athletic.
Yeah, there's exercises that
you don't care. You don't care about that.
I do.
Really?
Doing when you
exercise. You telling me a woman got a wig, sweating her wig out during the do, and you upset about that?
Yeah, because now it's my fault. You know what I'm saying? Like now the next day it's looking at me, look what you did to my hair. You know what I'm saying? Or
and I will reply with you damn right.
Or don't touch my hair. You can do anything you want. Don't touch my hair. I want to grab. Sometimes you want to, you want to have something to hold on to, pull on to, like a.
If a woman got that fly ass yellow wig on, you ain't got no business pulling on it.
No, you ain't got no business. You can't. You can't. That's the worst thing that can happen. You in the middle of it and you pull on it and it come off on your hand. Now what you gonna do?
Man, I don't care what I'm doing while we doing the dudes.
There we go.
That's why the Lord made the words, my bad.
Speaking of my bad, Deontay Wilder fought this past weekend. To this day, Deontay Wilder got a win, which looked great, man. Because he had took some losses recently. How about this? I got a chance to meet this dude. He is a big dude. Now, let me ask y'all this. Both of y'all is legally tall.
Yeah, legally tall. I like that.
Corey, how tall are you? 6'2"?
No, 6'5".
You 6'5" tall?
Yes, sir.
Goodness gracious. Mark Howard, what are you? Same?
6'2".
Yeah. I thought you was taller than Corey.
Wow, no.
No, he just make more money than I do. That's what makes him hot.
Hey, I tell you on the side. No, I don't make that money. I tell you on the side, no, Rodney, because I know you know. My son's taller than me now, Rodney.
Is he? Wow, that's crazy.
6'4". Yeah.
No, but I want to ask y'all this though. As comedians, is being tall a plus or a minus?
Well, in today's look, if you look at some of the hottest stars, Kat and Kevin, apparently not.
They make me look tall. I mean, like, I think you're already standing on stage. This is what I give y'all credit for, being tall. Y'all have a better life because all the smells is filtered out by me. Like, I'm a full foot shorter than both of y'all. So by the time the breath and ass and armpits get up, y'all, it's clean air.
We appreciate you too, man.
Yeah. I never thought about that.
Take that off.
I'm gonna have to get you a card. I didn't realize it was like that.
6'2", 6'5". What's the best thing about being tall? Mark.
I think the best thing about being tall is just like when you meet women, that women like a taller man.
Yeah, that's true.
They definitely prefer a tall man.
I dated a girl, right? She was 6 foot tall. And I met her, she was seated, so we was talking eye to eye. I get her number, swear to God, Mark, Corey, we talked for 2 weeks, nonstop. By 2 weeks in, we in love. We set a date. I walk up on her, she like, what the hell? How is your ass 5 feet 7 inches tall? She called it immediately. But you talked to me for 2 weeks, we're gonna love each other. So we end up spending quite a bit of time together after that. But I just was just like there, but I wooed her with the short nigga complex.
That means it was aggressive.
Do y'all go out your way to date tall girls?
I don't go out of my way to date tall girls. My wife is actually tall. She's 5'10". But the first time I dated a girl, I went out on date. I was dating a girl who was my height. She actually played ball for UNC.
You had a woman that was 6'5"?
Yo, we met at the club. We linked eye to eye or in the crowd. Like we was in the crowd walking on the opposite side of the club.
Ain't nothing else in the way. It's just y'all two.
Bam. It was in. And she was fine. She was fine, nice body, the whole nine. So we went on a date. Went out a couple of times. It was nice. And then it was a night it was gonna jump off.
Did y'all hoop together?
Never hooped together. We never did hoop together. Probably me, because although I played basketball and I'm nice, she played for UNC, and I didn't want to get out there and get, you know what I'm saying?
You want to get beat by no girl?
It's not they want to get beat by the girl. I didn't want a girl to date me knowing that she could beat me.
Right. So okay, I interrupted. You was about to tell a story. So
yeah.
you and her, then what happened? Y'all was about to get into it.
You're about to get into it. And I started off with, let me massage your back. And so I started massaging.
She had a big ass back, didn't she? Her back was big.
I felt like I was massaging myself. It felt like my back. That's muscular too.
She had too much muscle tone for you.
She was in shape, yeah.
She was in shape, man. It was beautiful, but I've never experienced anything like that. Never have, and never have since. Beautiful black woman.
I am not into tall women. I don't want a woman my height. I don't like them making me feel short. I don't want a short woman. Rodney, I strategically married a woman with decent height, so my son had a chance to be tall.
Now that's a great point, Mark, because I always wonder, like, athletic guys, NBA, baseball, football. Like, if I was an athlete, I would go out of my way to get an athletic woman. So my kids, because I met Ezekiel Elliott's mom, she was a world-class sprinter. So her and her dad make Ezekiel Elliott. And so obviously y'all two didn't do that.
my ex was not athletic, wasn't into it at all. Family, but they were good sized people, had athleticism in them, just didn't play it. I had that on my side. But yeah, no, tall women, it's the big feet, man. I can't do the big feet. But I'm gonna tell you though, the athletic women have the athletic bodies, sexy body. You could bounce a quarter off their ass, Rodney.
Wow. You know, what's the ball man with the ball boy?
LeVar Ball.
LeVar Ball. You know, his wife was a professional volleyball player.
And she's tall.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I met them a little bit. You know, Lonzo, my son, came out of high school same year. They didn't go to the same high school. We're always in the same tournaments and things like that. See the family. And yeah, she was tall. He said it, and he bred well.
Right. So you've been through the whole AAU thing then.
I still coach it now.
Dude, like what's the difference now? I mean, when we was coming up, we played pickup games, and you know, you played for your high school. It's not like that no more, right?
You can, and I coach high school ball and club ball, and it's just different because of the parents. The parents are trying to be more businesslike and set everybody up. Everybody swept down their kid. Their kid is the next LeBron, and it's just a business. Because once you start seeing them high school games on TV, it became a bigger business. Filtered down that level.
One Act Drama is in the building. Thank you for coming in, Miss Andromeda. Thank you, Michelle C, for popping in, commenting as well. Did y'all see this story? You know, last month, Ye got banned from Twitter and Instagram. So Ye is going out and buying
Yay for that.
his own social media. He is buying the conservative outlet, The Parlor. So The Parlor is a conservative outlet. They say Kanye West will never be silenced again. Ye is buying The Parlor. Is Kanye a Republican?
I mean, I think Republican is French for asshole. Yeah. So he's. Somebody said something. I saw it. Rick was cool because there was a point in time I think where Kanye got blasted about some things with black folks, and I think he's gone that way to be very antagonistic. And I'm not giving him crazy. Everybody wants to play. He got mental problems. Everything is mental.
I think he's calculated. I think he's doing everything on purpose.
I think he's calculated, doing everything on purpose. He is. You just don't get as far as he got being that off. He's now utilizing it in very, very awful means, and that's the problem. So I'm not giving him the benefit of being crazy.
I think he's trying to appeal to the group that will accept him, and it's more in the Republican Party than it may be in the Democratic Party. We might listen to his music. I mean, Democrats might listen to his music, but I mean, some people are just more open to following stuff that really don't make no don't really.
Michelle C said, "I need a nap."
Yeah, you yawned.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. You did.
I did not yawn.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but since you acknowledged the person that said you needed to help, I gotta say why.
No. I yawn sometimes. I did not yawn today.
What was it?
You just did 30 seconds ago.
I swear to God, I didn't yawn.
Candace, roll the tape.
Did I yawn? I'm not gonna lie. Some mornings I'll yawn in this bitch, but I did not yawn today. You know,
good morning. I'm the one up early. I should be yawning.
Your ass, you definitely drinking the hell out that coffee.
What time is it where you are, Mark?
I'm 3 hours behind.
He's on the West Coast, so he's 3 hours earlier.
Just about 6:30.
6:30.
But I'm up this late. I tell people when your lovely lady Candace, talent coordinator, called me and said, "Are you up that early?" I said, "I got kids, baby. I've been waking up at 5:30 on GP alone." So
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys will mention that you had grandkids. I'm like Mike Bonner. I made my own. I have a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Wow. So wait, Corey, how old are you?
52.
You 52. We the same age, born 1970.
Yep. No better.
Did you and your lady wait to have children?
No, we met later in life. I had one. He's 25. So we met later in life, and we decided we wanted to have a kid. We had a child. I wanted a daughter. That's the only reason why I was open to being in a relationship again, because I was getting my single on.
Why would you do that to yourself, man?
I wanted a daughter, man.
Hey, Rodney, my daughter went to a homecoming. She's gonna be 16. Rodney's family is so beautiful. When my daughter was born, his family sent us a whole lotion store.
You probably had lotion for 7 years.
She just went and knocked down the whole baby lotion aisle, and I appreciate that. I always mess with Rodney. It was about 6 years later. Rodney, I think we just used the last bottle.
Hey, why you my wife has done that for people, and dude, that baby lotion lasts forever, dude. And it could easily be 6 or 7 years old, and you still got something from it.
Yeah, no. I mean, my daughter, I'm sitting there like, wow, and she's tall, Rodney. She's to my neck.
Wow. All right, guys. Hey, we're gonna take a little break. We'll come back. My co-host in the building, Corey Manning, and the great Mark Howard. And we're going to add a lady to the mix. How about this, guys? The question of the day, if you were suddenly single, would you be a player again? Don't answer that. We'll be right back. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live.
Want your book or music to be published? Skip the confusion and rejections from others. Let BePublished.org publish and promote your work for less. BePublished.org handles it all, from cover design to worldwide distribution, with high quality and fast turnaround. You even keep rights and royalties.
Everything was perfect. You made my dream come true. My book and CD look so good.
Call 972-880-8316 now. BePublished.org. 972-880-8316.
After the accident,
I was stuck paying all these medical bills.
The Witherspoon Law Group understands that you didn't deserve what happened to you, but you do deserve justice.
They weren't just there for me, they fought for me.
I care about what my clients are going through. We are in the fight of their lives.
We don't just fight for you, we fight with you and make sure you get the compensation you deserve.
And that's why we do what we do. And what we do is win.
Call 844-WE-WIN-44.
Bang, 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 bang. The Witherspoon Law Firm. We'll work for you. But don't go in there about 30, 45 minutes. That tickles me so much. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host in the building, Corey Manning, the great Mark Howard. Dude, we all married guys, right? Mark Howard.
No, I'm divorced.
Oh, you're divorced.
Yeah, I did it twice. I'm very happily divorced.
Okay, Mark Howard, I need your input on this. So you have been suddenly single, right? Like, I don't know if I could personally be like go from married to single right now at my age. You did it. Talk to me about it, Mark. What was it like for you, man? Get back out in them streets.
You know, I would say personally, I went through some of the stuff, some things with that recession financially, so that was distracting. I had to get myself back on my feet, so I didn't concentrate on dating. I am now. I have been for the last few years, and it's fun. I'm a little older. I tell women I am. I'm looking for that last woman in my life. So hopefully I can get it right. I don't hate marriage. I just hate them last two I chose.
Now wait, Mark. That's hilarious. Look, man. So you don't hate marriage. So you would marry again.
I would like to set up perfectly if I can, and Corey and Rodney, you could probably feel this. I can get married again, but I don't want to have to live in the same house.
Ooh. No, that's interesting. That's a good point.
Look, Corey bust that. Aha!
All right, Corey Manning. Could you be suddenly single again?
Yeah, well, the original question you asked, I want to answer is, could I be a player again, or could I be a player?
Yeah,
I could be a player.
Up on there again. He had to check himself on it.
I was hoping nobody caught that. I was hoping. Can we edit that out before this airs?
No,
do not.
No, I could be a player. I just would have to come off the bench. That's all I'm saying. I can't be a starting player.
How many points you hit coming off the bench?
I'm gonna give you 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 to 7 block shots. I'm gonna make it worth your while. But I can't start. I can't come in early because I got to take a nap before the game starts. So I'm gonna get there a little late. And I don't want to close the game because I need to be home by a certain time. I can't be out here in these streets.
You just gonna give us some quality minutes.
Quality minutes. Quality minutes. Quality time. Quality minutes.
He giving Seth Curry minutes.
Hilarious.
I'm gonna get you a championship. I'm gonna help you to the playoffs. I'm not guaranteeing you a championship. I'm not gonna get you the ring.
Join us today, fabulous comedian. I think she might be single. Ms. Elo, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How's everybody?
Are you single?
Great. I am very much.
Okay.
Hi, Elo. How you
Hi,
doing?
Mike. You said you were how tall?
I told you need me to be, baby.
As long as you're over 6 feet.
Yeah, got that. Been that.
No, Elo, is that on your list? Like you needed somebody above 6 foot?
Yeah, I prefer that for sure.
Wow, that hurts.
Rodney about to kick you off the show.
No, but I mean, I know that women prefer a taller guy. So Elo, you ain't but motherfucking 5'7", 5'6".
I'm 5'5".
And you want a guy over 6 foot?
7 inches. You want 7 inches?
Okay, so
she wants to feel protected.
I've dated 5'7" before, and it didn't work. So because I had,
you gonna judge everybody 5'7" by him?
I mean, kind of, yeah.
All hobbits are the same.
Oh God! All right.
And all my superheroes are tall, so.
So Mark, are you on the apps? Are you on the dating apps?
You know, I messed around a few years ago, Plenty of Fish. You know, his nickname Plenty of,
That's the Christian app, right?
No. That's like a
cesspool. No, that's the devil's app.
Oh, really?
The F is usually the other thing. Plenty of.
Wow.
With that. So that's what it's called. And but I didn't do much in that because the women be lying. This is when I discovered they had filters. I didn't know about the filters, Rodney. These girls are showing up looking like Corey. They look like Elo. They live, they look like Corey. Hey, you probably a good looking dude, but you ain't no cute woman with the beard. You understand? So
no, that's a fine bitch. She look like me. She's a fine bitch.
Yo. All right, Miss Elo, I can you on your phone?
Yeah, you want me to?
Can you turn the landscape?
Okay, let me see. Hold on. I might got to turn my.
While Elo fixing it, I've met some. My dating app was Black Planet.
Black Planet.
Yes,
sir. A while ago, yeah.
Yes,
that's 100 years ago. You can't be on Black Planet.
They were lying on there too. Mark, girl told me she looked like Eve. When I met her, she looked like Summer's Eve.
No,
look like Steve.
Yeah.
Yo, but hey,
you got a
real talk, guys. Real talk, man. We all comedians, and I mean, this is funny, but how hard is it, Elo? I mean, guys outnumber you. You know, you're a good-looking girl. Like, how hard is it to? It should be easy to find a guy to meet.
It's easy to find a guy, right? But I don't just want a guy. Like, I want a partner.
You want a superhero?
Well, kind of, yeah. But you know, if I can't get a superhero, at least the next best thing. Look at him.
Look, this the Joker.
Oh,
I like that.
I don't know because Thanos is my favorite right now, so he's the super villain.
Thanos,
yeah.
Oh,
y'all have to understand. Thanos just wanted the same thing so-called good people want. He just wanted to make sure that his people had enough space on Earth to live and procreate. So he was killing other people so his people could have room, which is technically what we do.
Let me find out that Miss Elo is a nerd.
I am, especially when it comes to
I can appreciate, and I'm gonna tell you, dude, Rodney, when you just talked about Kanye West, I'm not mad at Thanos. Get rid of half of these fools out here.
That's it.
Wow. I mean, this is so interesting to me, man, because you know, I all my female friends, like, it's hard to find a guy out there. We had a talk last night, late night, with some of the comedians. We're comedians, so I'm gonna throw it out there. You on the road, and we do the show. After the show, we still, like, the energy is still up. Is it okay to go to a comedian's room after midnight, just platonically? Elo?
Okay.
Use your words.
I know. There is a such thing as boundaries, especially when they have a significant other. So I feel like you should not. Now, if it's free game on both ends and it's both platonic, there's no reason why.
What's free game? What that mean?
Like, if you just wanted to chill after a show and nobody has anybody to, consider.
If everybody was single.
If everybody was single, I feel like if you just chilling, like, I don't feel if there's anything more that would be safe. But then again, you're grown, you do what you want to do, but I don't see a problem with it as long as, no Jeffrey Dahmer stuff going on.
Corey Manning, tell me, whether you married or not, is it okay for a woman to be in your room after midnight?
I would think so. I hear what Elo is saying about taking in consideration your partner. So that's a thought. So I had to think heavy about that. But as far as, my thing is, I've always made a commitment that I'm not going to try to holler at a comedian, a female comedian or a male comedian, any comedians, because you don't shit where you eat. Is what I feel like. And I believe that to the hardest, because the worst thing I want to do is try to holler at a comedian and it starts a riffle where now our relationship is affecting how we move and whether or not comedians or bookers want to book us because of the stuff that's going on. Love is rough. You know what I'm talking about, Rodney? Mark definitely know. He's had it rough twice. So he know.
Mark, man, you single after a show, you ain't looking at her like that. Can she come to your room after midnight?
I'm not looking at her like that?
You're not looking at her like that?
Sure.
Yeah.
I say,
but if you come into my room after midnight, I'm looking at you like that.
I'm gonna say hell no. And I think as women, y'all have to be really conscious of the situation you put yourself in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I would tell my daughters this too. Like the coolest guy gets weird after midnight.
Yeah.
The coolest guy is going at the very least take a shot.
Yeah.
I don't. Elo. Hold on. Elo got it. I got something for him.
Okay. So, in my mind, the people or person I was thinking of would never. And not saying that they're, gay or anything like that. It's just, you better not try me like that. Like, I just feel like that type of, we're not even on the same.
Right.
I don't know. He's single, I'm single, but that would just never, like, I'm definitely not interested. I look at him as a little brother type thing. So I guess it would just depend. Like, I see what you're saying. We have to be careful as women, especially being seen in and out of hotel rooms at night, late at night. I do agree with that. But like, I feel like if it's like I don't even want to call names, but if it's just like that type of relationship, like y'all literally looking at each other kind of like.
Let me help you out, Elo. Let me help you out. When I was in the Navy, I was teaching sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is relative to perception. So a guy can go, "Hey, Miss Elo, you looking fine today?" Nothing. We cool. Thank you. You so silly. This another guy, same comment. Yeah. Looking fine today. What the hell? How dare you, sir? So it's relative to the vibe you got from the person. Am I right?
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree with that.
The comment is on. Let's read her comment. She got a pretty healthy comment. I've only gone to one comedian's room, and that's my mentor, D-Lay, and we are great friends and know each other's families. His wife knows he and I would never. I don't trust many others. Let me tell you something.
Sure, Andromeda.
I love D-Lay. D-Lay is my friend.
D-Lay is a friend of the show.
But your ass better motherfucker be in a Parker or some sort of motherfucking heavy ass sweater.
Wrapped up like a mummy.
That also, I do feel like that also plays into it too, like wardrobe and stuff like that. Because if you go on and your silhouette is showing, that kind of defeats the purpose of being friends.
Especially if she go back to her room and say, I need to change first, and she come in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But a black woman will shut your ass down too.
Yeah.
A black woman be like, hey, are you serious?
They'll wear Teddy bottomless and say, I didn't want to have sex.
It don't matter what she got on though.
No matter.
Yeah.
If she says no, it's no.
Right.
So we're talking about female comedians, right? We're just not talking about just any women.
No, I'm talking about comedy. I'm talking about comedy.
See, that's the thing for me. Like, I don't, and I'm trying to get my words together because I don't want this to come out wrong. I'm not sexually attracted to female comedian because we have other same.
How dare you? That's absurd.
And I've worked with some beautiful, comedians, Vanessa Fraction, to a new comedian, Nonya West Brown, Nikki Carr, like all these comedians that I've worked with. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you telling me you wouldn't try to holler at Nikki Carr?
I would not try to holler at Nikki Carr. I'll say that to you.
This man got.
Can I tell you? I'm not going to drop a name, but I did have a brief time with a comic, but she wasn't a comic.
Okay, she became a comic.
She became a comic. She was aspiring to it. We met at a comedy club.
Now, did you skeet some comedy in her?
I tried. Did every little bit of it I could. I take credit for every. And she's a talented comic, and if I said her name, you all would know her. But it was years ago.
Candy brings up a great point. Is there workplace etiquette in our world?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I mean, it's like what Corey said earlier. I mean, you run the risk. Like, personally, I've had way more value out of platonic relationships than anybody I ever got with for whatever reason. You know what I mean?
I can say this. The comedians that I've been around, the male comedians, if they are attracted to me sexually, I know immediately. And those are the ones I keep my eyes on. Like, I don't think that it will be anything crazy going on.
Don't you have to assume everybody's attracted to you? Like, I mean, you're not ugly.
Yeah, but everybody's not attracted to
people
me.
know they're ugly though, am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So if your ass was ugly, you'd be going, ain't nobody trying to holler at me. But you're a good looking girl.
Okay, I appreciate that. But I also know that everybody's not attracted to me either. And that's okay. But the ones that are, they immediately show it. Like, immediately. So
we now know that Gerard Carmichael wouldn't be attracted to you.
I do know that.
But he might holler at you.
No.
That's very inappropriate, Rodney.
I want to ask Elo this question. As being an attractive female comedian, does it make it harder for you on stage?
Yes.
Really?
And why?
I just started on stage too. I feel because it's more of an image they're looking, so they're not really like looking past that to see the talent part of it, or the craft. So right now I'm just kind of getting into the mode of, all right, whatever they think that's on them, I come to bring them some laughs, a good time. So hopefully after the first 15 seconds of them just staring, they get into this. But yeah, I feel like it's a little bit. That was one of my reservations for actually not starting.
Now, is that you or is that them?
It could be both. I know for sure that was my reservation initially because I wanted to bring more than just looks. And now that I'm actually doing it, I feel a little bit more comfortable, but I still kind of see. Okay, this is what happened last week. I got at Laughing Library, did 5 minutes, and the moment I got down, the next male comedian who got up, and he was like, "Is Elo still here?" So I'm looking around like, yeah. He was like, "Elo, you got a fat ass, sir." Did you not hear anything I just said? You just work like it's gonna happen. Like I
So what do you do to that? Do you address that? Do you have a talk with him afterwards? Do you let it go? Like, because guys can say some horrible stuff.
Yeah, the fellows who was
under the guise of comedy.
Yeah, the guys who were with me kind of said something to him, but yeah, I'm that was the first time that happened. So I was just like, whoa, that's kind of disrespectful, and everybody's looking at nobody actually laughed at it. It was just like weird. Like it was very weird.
Some people
I
weird
feel bad
like
because I don't even know. Do you? I never. You don't have no fat ass, do you?
Be honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
It ain't no BL, but it's real.
so the funny thing is, I ain't gonna lie, because
I've never looked at. I don't know.
I'm a man. I'm very mannish, Elo.
Okay.
I was looking at GR track, and I was like, I wonder. And when you said a comedy said you had a fat ass, I'm like, okay, that answers that question there. But you're right. You're right, because I'm this way. I know we haven't ever met until now here. Is that I tell women, trying to be a comic, they won't laugh at you because the women are gonna hate because you're fine, and the dudes can't laugh because the women don't like it. It's tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on record, Elo.
Okay.
I got a fat ass too.
So do I.
Let me just. I don't have no ass at all. But let me say this.
I do like every part of a man. So if it's a nice single man, his ass is sitting where it need to be, I'm there. I'm looking too. I ain't gonna holler at you, but
let's check that box off too for me, okay, Elo?
With much respect, Elo, Mark may not knew you had a fat ass, but I knew as soon as you came on the camera. I could tell by the shadow on the wall, the way the light hit.
The wall shadow?
The wall shadow. I knew it. I knew it. The kind of seat she's sitting in too. You can't just sit in a normal seat when you got a nice bootay.
I mean, I figured she did because she's a black woman. You know what I'm saying?
But
the odds were in her favor.
But this is also what we talked about earlier. Like, shouldn't we be able to be adults and further our conversation if we're talking comedy on the road? Or does that sex thing always rear its head?
I feel there are certain times you can kind of, especially before midnight, you can kind of have conversation because it's a part of life. Like we always, I guess it stems from religion. We always kind of push it to the back, like, it's something that is untouchable most times, but it's a part of life. So the same way as you talk about kids or jobs or anything like that, or losses, you talk about sex.
I saw how you did that.
But that's a hard thing too.
Untouchable. I saw that.
It's different because, again, the image of an attractive woman, you have to temper. You either got to go there in your conversation, in your whole act, or you got to be able to say it. You can't halfway be vulgar. You can't do it. You got to either be that, like Vanessa Fraction, go there.
Yeah.
So she, there's no. She's on that side of the line. Other people.
I mean, what does that mean? That side of the line. I mean, she uses
the language. No, but she uses the language, so you get right away that she gonna speak how she speaks. And if a woman plays with it, then you half-ass with it, then it don't work because we'll look at a woman and go too harsh. I mean, it's just the way people are like that. I can't say her name. Melanie Camacho doesn't go that hard. Stays on her track and has her tone, so you'll hear it a little bit.
What do you mean go hard? What does that mean?
I'm talking about using the hard words. The hard word, the pussy word, the fuck word, all that's
But I mean,
you're going blue. You got to go all the way blue.
In the defense of Vanessa Fraction, you know, she's newly married. She really is not doing that type of comedy right now.
Okay. She may have tried. I haven't seen her in a while, but I know. And somebody mentioned the name Vanessa Lunel.
Right.
I know, married or not, Lunel is still Lunel.
But doesn't a woman have a right to say whatever?
I'm just talking about how the audience receives it.
True.
Say what you want. I'm just talking about how the audience receives someone like Elo. I don't know her act, but if you're gonna be blue, you can't fuck around with it. You got to go ahead and be blue. If you're not, you can use have some profanity in him, but you got to keep a certain tone. It's got to be consistent for you. It's a tough line. It's a tough line for a female comic, Rodney. Like you said, it's a tough line because we look at a woman like I don't want to watch women box.
Okay,
I
Mark,
cannot watch a woman
we just found out. Hopgood says Mark been a player since the 80s.
That guy there, Charles Hopgood, went to Langston University with me. That's my dude. And Hopgood tried to take my girlfriend in college.
Really?
Wow.
He came out. He told me this. College, my age. You know, I don't know if you're impressed. I went to college in 87, 88, and I had a car, and there was a note on there because my girlfriend drove my car. He thought he was a freshman. He thought my girl was her car, and he dropped a note on the door on the window. He liked her. Crush.
On your car?
On my car, and I saw it. 2 years ago during the pandemic, we were talking on Zoom, and he told me that it was him that did that.
Hilarious. He was 18. Hey, wait, Hopgood is still a pimp. You know, Hopgood is a regular on the show.
Yes.
So Hopgood made a love connection with one of my guests. We hooked it up. Hopgood and hit everybody DM.
Yeah.
But Hopgood made a great point. He said the woman that he liked didn't give him no rhythm, so why not get the other girl a shot?
Yeah, that's Hopgood. He's what we say in DC. He pressed.
Ah! All right, here goes, guys. Corey Manning.
Oh,
who is the finest celebrity female in your opinion? One person. Now I'm going full screen on you, Corey. Stay right there.
The finest. I gotta say, the finest one that I like. I'm trying to think of her name right now. I can't believe I can't think of her name. 227. She was in Elo. She superhero. She was in Watchmen.
Regina King.
Yes. Love
really?
Yeah.
Now I know Regina King. She used to play fantasy football with her. She is very dope. And wow, she's a bit slim.
Is she? She don't look slim to me. Not when she was in a movie with Will Smith.
No, she's TV. She's TV slim.
Yeah, and TV puts 15 pounds on you. Let's look at her. Hold on. Candy got it. Oh shit! All right, Regina King.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
about. And I would say this to you, Corey. If you haven't met her, because I met her too. She looks better in person than she does on TV.
Really? Really? If you ever run into tell a Corey man and said hello. Just wait.
I'm sure your wife. I'm sure your wife won't watch this show later.
Hey, and how about this, guys? As comedians, you really can't have no bucket list girl because that's attainable. Like you can be like, oh, my favorite chick is Taraji P. Henson. You can mess around and meet Taraji.
There you go. Thank you, Candace.
She's gorgeous.
Her spirit, like it's not just her looks. Although I do like chocolate women.
Say that again.
It's not just her looks.
No. Her spirit.
It's a spirit. Yeah, I like her spirit. she's good energy. She seems like she's really pleasant, knowledgeable, smart, intelligent, gifted and talented.
She a little
As a
small.
director,
She a little too slim for me.
I haven't seen her in person.
I'm looking on that picture we just saw.
No, that picture right there, like that I don't know what you.
That picture look thick to you?
It look thick, yeah.
She's not skin and bones, but she's that thickness you saw there. That's the camera adding that. She's not that thick.
Oh, okay.
But she's proportionate.
So I can pick her up. Is what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
All right.
So I can pick her up?
We're gonna take a break.
She'll fight you.
Top of the hour. We'll come back with Mark Howard, Elo, and joining us, One Act Drama. We'll be right back. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. Let's go to the top of the hour.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
We are back in full effect. My name is Rodney Perry. Got my hat on today. And I thank you guys for tuning in as per usual. We hit Corey Manning with the question. He started looking side to side because he is at home and his wife will slap him in the back of the head. Up next, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Mark Howard. Mark.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mark. Who is your celebrity person that you like? She fine.
Okay. I'm not picking two. I'm just saying I have this renewed crush on Rosario Dawson. But
Rosario Dawson's 60 years old, ain't she?
I don't care. Look, if she's 60, I'm even more impressed. She is now my favorite. So, it's Halle Berry.
Rosario Dawson and Halle Berry.
Yeah, and Halle might be 70 years old. She still looks good.
Halle. Now, Halle had that boxing movie, and that was a good movie. Yes. Halle is still gorgeous.
Yeah.
Rosario is gorgeous. Rosario is a bit ambiguous for me, like racially. I don't know what look, but she looks Spanish, and
she's got a little bit with the Rosario. She definitely is, and a few years ago I was at the Laugh Factory, and she was there, and I didn't know. And then after the show, she walked by me and told me I was funny, and I'm very pissed because I didn't shoot my shot right there.
You should have.
I would have shot my shot.
Yeah, she was walking by me.
You would be surprised how attainable these women are. They're celebrities. They're lonely. Sit up in their house with a plant behind the head. Elo.
Yes. Plant behind my head, sitting there lonely.
Up in her room. Look at that little one leg. I don't like that little slipper though.
No, that's a shoe. It's just on top of that. It's just on top of that print on the floor. So
yeah, she has on a white heel.
White heels. Yeah, that's nice.
She's
43.
Yeah,
she's 43.
I thought that little block was a slipper. All right.
Yeah. But Halle still got it going. Halle is
That proves that you damn almost 60. Yeah.
I'm closer than others.
Rosario is 43 and 5'7".
Who is your celebrity crush?
Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper? Really?
He's so angelic. It's just like
Hold on. How old is Chance the Rapper?
I don't know. I met him
12.
And if he ever get a divorce, just tell him to call me.
Is he married?
Yes, very much.
She said angelic. I don't think a man ever wants to be called angelic.
I know, but that's just kind of how I felt. And
now, Elo, we know you're a good woman of virtue. But could Chance the Rapper get it without being single?
If she has to think about it, it's yes.
I was gonna answer. I was just make sure God had turned away for a minute.
Go ahead, do your
yeah, you know, it's Chance the Rapper.
He'd have a chance.
He'd have a shot.
Let me ask you this question:
Yeah.
If he wasn't the rapper and he was just Chance,
no, he couldn't probably get it like that. I was
Chance the regular nigga is getting nothing.
Yeah, Chance the regular, he would have to do some work, but Chance the Rapper.
Stop right there.
Elo has standards.
Elo has standards.
Now I do. Before I didn't.
Hold on.
So Chancellor Bennett couldn't get it.
Right.
I mean, I guess he's a handsome guy. He's a handsome guy.
Whew.
I don't know about that.
The thing about it is, I like dark-skinned men. Like, that's been...
He is not dark-skinned.
I know, but...
Sorry, Mark.
It's more to it than that, though. Like, for him, it's just like his whole aura. Like, oh, my God, I could just sit here and hear him talk forever. But
Hold on. I figured it out. You wouldn't happen to be a church girl, Elo.
Yes.
That's why you like Chance the Rapper.
That's not why.
He giving out that church boy energy.
He do give church boy energy.
But he like a thug church kid.
Yeah.
And she said angelic.
All right.
I'm gonna say she said she like dark skinned men. In the words of Mike Epps, what am I supposed to do?
Nothing.
That doesn't mean that it's off limits.
Who pulled up LeBron James?
Oh, that's Candace's. That's
my
Candace's.
bad. My bad. I'm sorry.
All right, joining us.
Hey, I would date LeBron James.
She's been killing.
I thought it was Rodney's. I thought Rodney was showing.
It wasn't mine. No. I like a lot of things, but penis is not one of them. All right.
No.
She's been in the comments, very opinionated. She said she's been in a room with a guy after midnight, her mentor and very great comedian. Welcome. We call her One Act Drama. I call her Andromeda. Join us.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Look at her trying to look all dainty.
Hey, we talking dating, relationships, and you're a comedian as well. Very funny. How does comedy affect you in your dating life? Are you with somebody now?
So here's the thing, guys. I decided September 16th of 2021, I went abstinent. I cut off all men. I cut off everything. So I have been abstaining since September 16th of last year. I don't date at all because I don't want anybody to tempt me because it's been a long time.
You keep yourself out of the situations.
Yes, I don't date at all. I don't listen, I'm 40. I know this body is juicy. So I just keep myself out of situations where juices can flow.
So let me ask you this, Andromeda. So is there an end date on this thing you're doing?
So it was September 16th of this year, my 40th. But then I have no prospects because I cut everybody off. So now I got to start from scratch. So there's no end date, but I'm enjoying a ride, and dating it's going to be difficult because when you abstain and you cut out people, your standards change because you realize the solitude has made you realize your worth. It makes you realize what you are and are not willing to put up with in conversation. So it makes it that much easier to kind of cut people off.
Now I'm gonna throw this out there, Andromeda.
Yes.
I've been out in these streets many years. What was you doing that you had to quit?
So let me tell you what happened. I realized
the proper question. That is the proper question.
I had a consistent person in my life.
Okay.
But I realized I was so when I'm with somebody, I focus. I focus on even just
Virgos are very loyal. Very loyal.
I focus a lot. So I
look at Elo shaking her head.
Because I'm the same way.
Yeah, so I realized I could have been on stage when we was out to eat. I could have been on stage when I was in the bed with you. I could have been on stage. Like there were so many instances.
So it was affecting your comedy career.
Yes, I was so I'm hyper focused on stuff. So I had to learn to hyper focus on comedy, and now I'll integrate whoever I decide to date into comedy because that is my focus. And
I've been married 26 years. I say comedy is my wife, and I'm cheating with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Comedy is my first love. You know, and my wife hates to hear that, but it's a fact.
My wife told me that. She told me that.
And that's a tough thing for your spouse to swallow, you know. And I mean, how much we fucking really love that thing. And so when you had that question of being in a room late at night talking comedy, that could happen,
right?
And it not be sexual at all.
Right. I tell women in my life, I said, look, comedy and sports, those are the other two bitches. You will have to fit your way into the schematics of my life, and don't worry about that. They'll treat you right.
All right, One Night Drama. Who is your celebrity, maybe guy that you would give
come
it
out
all
of celibacy?
So there's no wood. It's an absolute. They're getting some. It's no wood. So I have two, and it's for two different reasons. Yes.
So one.
It's been over a year, Rodney. It's been over a year. Let her have two.
Let me have these two, and you'll understand why I need.
So you would do them both at the same time?
No.
Okay.
Maybe
she's
like
no fun.
A week apart. Okay.
Yeah, a week apart.
You're blocking your blessings. You're blocking your blessings.
So my first one is Lance Gross because much like Elo, I love
great looking guy, dark guy.
Yes, I love chocolate.
Yes.
My second is the reason I need a first because he was my first. All herpes aside, Usher.
You know what? I was saying it the other day because they had what's the lady that had the show, the successful show? What's her name? I like her too. The show, ladies, help me.
Issa Rae. Issa Rae.
Issa Rae. So how you read my mind? So Issa Rae is being serenaded by Usher, and I'm saying to myself, "Don't Usher got herpes?" But now herpes flares up, so he might not be in having a flare up. So. One Night Drama, you seem like a civilized human being.
Yeah, that one.
You would give Usher yourself.
So here's the thing, Uncle Rodney. We're gonna have to visit the doctor first and make sure there's no flare situation happening. And we're gonna use dental dam and a condom. Because I got to give Usher some. My 15-year-old self must give him some. I must. We're gonna have to make sure it's nothing happening at the time that it happens. But yeah, I'm gonna give Usher some. I'm sorry, y'all. Some of y'all done slept with people with herpes and you just didn't know it.
You just didn't know it.
I did.
Let me say this. One Night Drama. I think you got a merch deal on your hand. T-shirts with all herpes aside on it. I think that's a winner. I think that's
somebody slept with someone with herpes and just don't know it.
Don't know it, yeah.
Dude.
Wow.
Hey, I'm scared. I'm scared of Andromeda.
Usher's number one. I don't know,
I'm
man.
scared. I'm scared.
If I need a dental dam, I don't want to be with your ass.
Yeah. Why are you scared of me?
Because this whole celibacy thing, and I'm looking at your smile. Look at her smile. Look at it right there. Don't she look like the woman on Get Out?
Oh my God.
That was like, you know, she you know what I'm saying? No, she smiled. No.
Look at it.
Usher is fine. I give it to you.
Oh, we got the peanut gallery chiming in. Tresha said Columbus Short can get it. Didn't he beat his wife?
That happened for
Columbus Short is crazy. Now, if you like crazy dudes,
Columbus Short is another Virgo.
September 17th.
How do you know that?
That's my friend. We're actual friends.
Oh, get out of here. I work with him. We did a project called Mr. Right. My Mr. Right, something like that. And he first day on production, he had the little snafu or whatever. And in the script it had that he wears a wife beater. He's like, hey guys, I really don't know if y'all want to put me in a wife beater. And it was just so funny, and everybody it broke the tension in the room. So I found him to be a cool guy. Shouts out to Columbus Short. Super talented too.
He got a short temper.
I just signed on to do another movie with him too.
Good. Very good.
All right. 2 guys, 2 girls.
That's fair.
Game. Comedy Hype has a game. This is the Comedy Hype. Oh shit. Can you see it? Card.
Yes.
All right. If you want to answer, say eh. Let me hear your answer, your buzzer, Mark. All right. Oh damn, you all right?
I'm sorry, Andromeda. I coach basketball, and my kids are not very good, so I yell a lot.
Who keep putting up LeBron James?
My bad.
And
at least put a Halle Berry picture up.
Let me hear your let me hear your buzzer. Did you poop? All right. Corey Manning.
She was pushing.
Cause her mouth didn't move, but a damn.
Yeah, I was like, is the screen froze? I didn't.
Corey Manning, let me hear your buzzer. I don't like it. All right. Oh, Elo, let me hear your buzzer. All right, here we go. All right. What rapper from California performed at Dave Chappelle's residency at Radio City Music Hall in 2017? Corey Manning.
Ice Cube?
No, sir. Kendrick Lamar. Moving on. What sitcom did Issa Rae, Lil Rel, Gerard Carmichael, Tiffany Haddish, Tessa Thompson create for Jay-Z's music video? Who said that? Well, it sounded like Corey.
I chimed in too soon.
Mark
The Jeffersons.
God. One Night Drama.
Martin.
Anybody else?
The Cosbys.
Living Single.
Issa Rae, very close. Who said Living Single?
I did.
That's very close. The name of the show was Friends. All right. Name the sketch series. Aaron, where are you? Where is Aaron right now? No Aaron. What was that from? Aaron is the secret, is the key, is the clue. If you don't know, if you've never heard Aaron,
I remember that. I just don't remember the sketch.
You said it was a movie, a sketch.
It was a sketch.
It couldn't have been on there.
That was Key and Peele, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Yo, in the classroom, indeed. Hey,
I'm old now. I have not watched a sitcom in years.
All right. My co-host, Mark Howard, Corey
Yes,
Manning. We've been joined by One Act Drama and Miss Elo. Ladies, don't go nowhere. We're going to take a break. We come back. We talk to great comedy writer, producer, director. If you need somebody to take care of your comedy special and not mess it up, he is the man. We come back. We talk to Mr. Royale Watkins. Let's take a break, Candy.
She tried to kill me. No, for real. She tried to kill me. I woke up. She had a pillow on my face, a pillow. But what she don't know is I got sleep apnea. So half the night I don't be breathing no way. Found out stuff about my wife over these 200, 300 days. I found out my wife is passive aggressive. That means when something wrong, she won't tell you something wrong. You just got to figure it out. Okay, not only is she passive aggressive, she's also lactose intolerant. So she get mad. She won't tell me. She go downstairs and drink a half a gallon of milk. Now I got to sleep through Beirut. Pew, pew.
We are back. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. I thoroughly enjoy this man's comedy. I remember him on Def Jam like it was yesterday. He's a little older. He's a little grayer, but still knocked down funny on so many levels. Welcome to the show, Mr. Roy L. Watkins.
Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, up early in the morning with the great Rodney Perry. What's happening?
What's up, Royale, man? First of all, you and your wife tickle me.
Amen.
Y'all tickle me. And this is why I love y'all. I like real couples.
Yeah.
Like, I can tell y'all be arguing.
Listen, we going through it right now.
You tell Miss April to let it go.
Listen, we going through it right now. And the thing that I think people appreciated about, people appreciate about us is that when we go through it, we don't pretend. We take everybody through it with us. If we going through it, they going through it with us.
Right. Hey, man, I love y'all, the ins and outs, the ups and downs. How many years for y'all?
28 total, 24 married.
24 married. We got 26 married.
Yeah.
What do you attribute those 2 decades to?
I think I attribute the 2 decades to the reality that we both want the same thing at the end of the day, which is somebody cool to hang out with, somebody that we want to build the institution of family with, and most importantly, somebody that you can lay down next to at night, close your eyes, and trust that you're gonna wake up in the morning. You know what I mean? It's like,
I get that more than you know. And I always say this. People say, what's the secret, Rod? Like, for me, you can't arrive at that place at the same time. Like, I think we all go through the ups and downs, the good, the bad. You can't arrive at a bad place together.
Yeah.
Like, she can't want it to be over the same day you want it to be over.
Oh, nah.
Somebody's got to fight.
Yeah. If both people arrive at that wanting it to be over at the same time, then it's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
So,
but she's cool.
Hey,
she's cool as a fan.
Hey, man, take me to Def Jam. When you been doing the bit with the gun, you had already been doing it.
I mean, yeah, you can't. That's not no stroke of luck. Oh, I'm gonna see if this is gonna happen on.
I don't know what I'm thinking. In my mind, I'm like, this dude is a freaking genius.
Well, here's the thing. And to be honest, that was like a ripoff of a what's his name, Harry, the comic magician dude. Or his last name escapes me right now.
The guy from Night Court.
Yes. I had seen him do a version of that joke with a knife, but it wasn't. So I was like, wait. I can one up with a gun. Yeah, I have a better version of this bit. I don't know. If I knew Harry, I would have given him the punch up on the bit, but I didn't know him. And I was like, oh, here's how we flip this, right? It's a gun. Wow. This bit wants to be a gun. And I did it a couple of times in DC, and I was like, all right, this bit actually works. And I just didn't know how well it was going to work in New York City. Doing it in DC was like, oh, I got this bit in this town and people get the bit. Doing it it was the first time I did it in New York City.
Okay.
And so doing it on Def Jam in New York.
Royale, take me to that moment. You got the gun. You know. You're the only one in the room that know.
Listen, it's two people in the room that know. It's me and Bob Sumner knows. I have to give credit to Bob Sumner because Bob Sumner obviously showcased everybody for Def Comedy. Bob saw me and was like, "Oh, this kid is doing something different." Right? I was talking about my family being one of 14 kids and all of this stuff. So I was doing something different than what most comics were doing.
True.
But that one bit was like, oh, he also has a signature bit. This is his signature bit. And for all comics, I think that you need to have a signature bit. At least it used to be that way. It's like you have the bit that people know you for, right? And so me and Bob at the time, when the show was being filmed, it was like, okay, this thing is about to happen. And now it's just a matter. It's like when you look, if you go into a fight and you got a gun and nobody else knows you have the gun, you know, worst case scenario, you're going to win this fight.
Yes.
So I said, if all else fails, I have this bit, right? But it's not my closing bit, it's my opening bit. So I got to start with this.
And you got to follow yourself.
And this was the problem, Rodney. If you go back and watch that bit unfold, when I turn around and when they see what it is on the heels of the setup, the crowd like, oh, holy, like he got us. Boom. It's a time release bomb that goes off.
Yes.
And when I hear the response to it, it overwhelms me. It shakes me. If you go back and look at it and look at my face, you see an old crap moment where I'm like, holy, now I got to try to get myself together for the rest of the set. Cause I've had, like, I knew what the response to that bit was in DC. I had no idea it was going to hit as hard.
It exploded.
Oh, it went crazy.
It was nuclear. It
went crazy.
It's like I don't remember. I know I didn't look you up on the internet, but I'm like, what's this guy's name?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
But here's the thing. It's like it was a closing bit that was moved to the front. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a closing bit that has to be an opening bit. But the problem is like, how do you follow that? Right? Because once you do that, then the only thing they're really thinking about is that bit.
You gotta ride the wave at that point.
You gotta ride the wave. So that it didn't even matter the rest of my set. All they knew was that's the dude with the gun. The rest of the set didn't matter.
Wow. Royale Watkins, there's been so many incarnations of you in a 30-year career. Let's talk about it.
Wait, can I ask you, what's the language barrier on this show? Because some of the stuff that I've been through requires some really honest.
Hey, whatever you feel like saying. Say,
okay, good.
Hey, and I will say this: it's moments in my career where I was afraid to cuss around you.
No, around me?
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know why, but
you was always clean. You was clean. You was clean, and it was like it was a standard around you to be respectful.
Well, I appreciate that, but I had a rule when I was doing stand-up comedy, which was, can I do these jokes in front of my mother and my father? Right? And I'm not going to be on stage in front of my mom specifically talking about eat pussy, dick suck, this, whoop, 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 right? And so I would come up with really creative ways to even do sex jokes or a head joke that was the clean version of it, where even if my mother saw it, she could go, okay, all right.
You know what that was.
Yeah, I saw it. You know, you could laugh, but still feel like you were being creative. And that's the thing, like, you know, the show in New York, and I'm sure we'll get to it, but I was like, I wanted to challenge comics to be clean, to really dig into their trick bag of words and creativity to expand, right? Like the value of their comedy. And nobody does that anymore.
Wow. Hey, Rodney Perry, you're listening to Rodney Perry. This is Rodney Perry Live. We're talking to Mr. Royale Watkins. so many different versions of you that
Oh.
we've got an opportunity to become fans of. We talked about Royale the husband. We talked about a little bit of Royale the comedian, but let's talk to Royale the director and Royale the producer.
Yeah. So Royale the director and Royale the producer. See, here's my thing. My career has been just basically a pivot. Like I just keep pivoting and unfolding, right? And so when my stand-up started to slow down, then I was like, oh, I gotta find I got a family to feed first and foremost.
Yes.
So everything reverts back to a husband and father who has to make sure that his wife and kids are taken care of. If you pay attention to every move that I make, 99% of it is based on, oh, I got to make sure Royce, Ross, and Joey are taken care of, and April is taken care of.
Yes.
And like that's, again, I'm one of 14 kids. My dad got up every day and went out, put on his pants and contractor, plumber, electric, all of that stuff to make sure we were taken care of. So that's my mentality. It's like you have to take care of your family.
Yes.
A lot of people I watch in this industry, the family comes second, right? It's like they have this desire to be in this industry, to be famous, to be known, and all of these things. And I see them like pursue all of these things to the detriment of, the people that they say that they love, right? And so that's never been the case with me. It's like I move as a whole team. Whenever I show up, whether they're with me or not, the whole team is on my back.
Wow.
And I cannot afford
which in turn makes your journey a little longer.
There's no question about it. When I wake up every day, like they say, what's your raison d'etre? It's like, what's your reason for being? My reason for being is my family, always first, right? It's God, family, and comedy, and everything else after that. But I'm very clear about like what my purpose is, right? And so when stand-up is always going to be my first passion, right? But the industry has changed. So I find myself, again, I'm not the dude that was on Def Jam. Even when I did Def Jam, I did not take advantage, Rodney, of like some of the stuff like doing Comic View, right? People saw, man, I saw you on Comic View. And it's like, you never see me on Comic View, right? Because I was very clear that I wouldn't do that show because they were being very exploitive of the talent on that show.
True that.
Paying comics $150 and paying them whatever they paid them above that. And then when they had that content and they started adding crickets to the sets. And then when they started taking...
I got the crickets.
Listen, here's the thing. When I saw the crickets was one thing. But when I saw the producers of that show take comics who were doing similar bits and pit them up against each other back to back, I was like, why would somebody who says they respect the art of stand-up start, using the hidden hand to create beefs and rivalries in this community because they think that's entertaining?
Wow, how about that?
So to the point of me directing and producing, like that was a smidgen of the ingredients in that. It's like, oh, you know what? I think I can bring a little more fair and balance to this arena, right? So that was one part of it. The other part of it was that because I hadn't done Comic View, like you guys that did Comic View were household names, right? I didn't see the value, or I didn't understand the value of being on a show that ran 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Yeah.
And becoming a household name so that when you go to Macon, Georgia, when you go to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, when you go to these
it made a difference. Yes.
They know who you are. They show up. And had I done that, I would have been a comic that could go out right now and sell tickets. I don't sell tickets like that, right? I don't sell 1,500 tickets, 2,000 seats over a week, and I just don't. I haven't invested that kind of time and energy. And so when that slowed down, I was like, oh, I have to find another way, right? And so the TV writing became, I was like, all right, let me start writing for TV, right? Start writing for TV. And then I was like, okay, that's kind of slowing down. Now I have to
let me jump in there with you for a second, Royale, because how do people know you can write? Is it something you perceive? Because
it's not people know you can write. You have to know you can write. And the way you know you can write is that the bills start showing up and you don't have enough money to pay for them. And so you have to sit down and go, well, Well, here's the thing. So
what commodity do I have? I have.
You said,
this.
what other value do I have? And the writing thing is a process. So for me, I was fortunate enough that all of the family stuff that I was doing on stage, all of the stories that I were telling, the jokes, which are stories, aligned with the storytelling that was happening on Will and Jada's show, All of Us.
Yes.
And so I was also fortunate that Dwayne Martin, who's a friend, just happened to be the star of the show. And I had gone in to audition for the show and didn't get it because I was up for the same part that Dwayne was up for. And yeah, it's kind of hard when you're coming in to audition for your buddy. It's my show. We just bringing other people in. But Dwayne had remembered that, you know what? The show is built around this blended family dynamic, and it's exactly what Royale's life is. It's exactly what he's talking about on stage.
Get him in the room.
Let's get him in the room. And then bringing me in the room, what I realized is like, oh, wait, here is, I get a weekly paycheck. I still get to be funny. And I get to go out at night and still jump on stage if we don't go late. I was like, this is a win-win for me. And when you jump on staff on these shows, man, and they pay you what they pay you, like you get paid to go back to school because it's just a different version of what we do. We still storytellers. Now the structure is different. Now the outlet is different, right? And the audience is the same. It just reaches them differently, right? When I write a joke in a TV show and I see that joke land on TV and people laugh at it, it's like, oh, it's just a joke being a different application for the process and how it reaches people, right? But it still lands.
Wow.
So for me, it's like, oh, here's how I'm getting into this room over on All of Us. And from there, you get in the room and you go, learn as much as you can learn because this doesn't last forever. These TV shows go a season 2, season 3.
That's the Yvette Lee Bowser show.
No. Yvette was For Your Love, Living Single, and the third one I forget. But All of Us was just Will and Jada show.
I got it.
Will and Jada, that was from Soup to Nuts, their show.
Okay.
But from there, I learned as much as I could learn structurally. Then I got the good fortune of going over to Brad Garrett's show, Till Death on Fox. So it's like I didn't get pigeonholed into just writing on a black show. I got to expand and go to Till Death. Just to see.
Now, were you the only black guy in the room?
JB Smoove was on the show as him and Brad Garrett as a co-lead or whatever. Or he wasn't a co-lead, but he was a supporting cast on that show. And I had a very dear friend of mine's, DJ Nash, a former comic who was then writing or had transitioned into writing ahead of me. He was on staff over there and was like, yo, you got to come over here and jump on this show and write. He's like, yo, because you can learn a whole lot more over here because I'm over here. I can show you some stuff. Wow. And so I jumped over there, only won a season, then the show was canceled. And then from there, Ali Leroy had Are We There Yet? Now, here's the crazy thing. Ali, who I respect greatly, solid comic, but even
Chicago legend.
Chicago legend. Like, people don't know Ali's like backstory and how deep he is into the comedy. And the fact that he co-created Everybody Hates Chris.
Yes.
Huge, right? So at that time, financially, I was struggling, right? Struggling. And Ali threw me an opportunity to come right on Are We There Yet? The cool thing about Are We There Yet is that it was a time where they was doing them 90-10 deals. The 90-10 deal was that they would make 10 episodes of a show. If the 10 episodes hit, then they would get an order to make 90 more episodes like within a year.
Right. So that was one of them first deals like that too.
Yes, absolutely. Because
so now you're working and you can stack some paper.
Listen, here's the thing, Rodney Perry. We shot that show in Connecticut, in Stamford, Connecticut. I had to move to Stamford, Connecticut from LA. Had my own apartment there. We right close to the studio. But when you got to make 90 episodes of a TV show in a year, you don't have no other life, bro. You in the machine, right?
Yeah.
We shooting like 2-3 episodes a week. But here's the great thing. I think I was one of 9 or 10 writers on the show, maybe 8 or 9. I got 10 episodes to write within a year. And these were WGA, Guild certified episodes of television. It was a guild show. So when
now
you write,
you got health insurance, everything kicking.
Listen, not just the health insurance, but the pay from 10 episodes of TV in a year. Like I'm on A Million Little Things right now. I got 2 episodes last year and 1 episode this year because we were truncated season. The difference between writing 2 episodes of TV, which, you know, most writers get if they get a 22 episode sitcom or show, right, and this was night and day, right? Because I'm like, bang, we're there for a year. Like I'm writing a script a month, and I was still very green at that time, so I'm cranking them out. And Lena Waithe, who's my little play sister, I'll tell you, you know, I'll give you my formula. I would crank out a version of the script. We were moving so fast, I didn't even have time to edit everything properly. I would send it to Lena. Lena's like, eyeball it for me, Lena, fix whatever, kick it back to me, and then let me put my polish on it and keep it moving. Like Lena was just getting her feet wet at the time of getting off the ground.
Lena Waithe from The Chi.
Yeah,
she was your assistant.
You ain't got another. She babysit Royce and Ross. She was Royce and Ross's babysitter.
Wow.
But she had been like Gina Prince Bythewood's assistant, right? And I think she had worked for Yvette Lee Bowser maybe at one time as an assistant or something. But she was getting into the business and getting her. But Lena was dope from day one, and I knew it. And Lena will tell you that I knew it. And so anything she was doing, I would support from day one. And still to this day, that's my little play sister, always will be. Okay. But I was moving so fast, I couldn't keep up, right? And not only that, but I was flying home. So we would work Monday through Friday. I told Ali I needed to be on a plane Friday night. I would fly back on the last flight Friday night, land, be there for April and the boys Saturday, half the day Sunday. Sunday, I would catch the last flight out. Red eye, right back to JFK, car waiting for me to Connecticut, and straight to work Monday and do the same thing. I would do that 3 weekends out of the month for a year.
Dude, do people know that you were working like that?
They don't know. But to me, it's like I was operating in a bubble. I didn't have a choice. I had to. This was, and again, I learned so much so fast working with Ali, working on that show. That again, it's like muscles, like writing TV muscles. You get that many episodes, you getting reps in, you learning, you growing. So from there, I was like, okay, TV, I got that. Now I've got my bread up, right? I can catch my breath financially. The most important thing people can do, I tell them, man, is eliminate anything that doesn't allow you to go to bed at night and sleep well, right? For me, the debt that was hanging over my head, we had lost the house in 2009. Like this big ass house we bought in Encino, we had lost that, and we had a car towed from the driveway. Like, you know, all of the challenges.
Don't talk to me about no repo. How about this, Royale? Hold on, stop right there. Yeah. Let's take a break, Candace, and we come back. We'll talk more with Royale Watkins, and I'm gonna bring in my co-host because I'm sure they got some questions for you as well. Royale, dude, your story is incredible, bro. Dude, it's just so inspiring.
I'm gonna give you the real version of it, though.
I love it. Hey, y'all, my name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. That man is Royale Watkins. We'll be right back.
This December, explore Sierra Leone. Travel through the Sierra Leone River and dive into the significant history of Bonds Island, once a British trade center from where tens of thousands of enslaved Sierra Leoneans were exiled into North America and the West Indies. The ruins on Bonds Island still stand as a testament to the inhumane and gruesome past of the transatlantic slave trade era. Learn about the history firsthand from an historian. We will perform a symbolic gesture as a group and witness a short cultural display followed by a professional photo shoot before transferring back to the city of Freetown. Join us on our city tour to explore Freetown and its historical corners and landmarks like the famous cotton tree and the old Fura Bay College. Stop at the National Museum and Peace Museum and explore Big Market and more. Expect some live entertainment and interesting insights too, and top up the city experience with a view from Leicester Peak. we will round up this unforgettable experience with a short stopover at the I Love Salon installation at Lumley Beach for a group photo session. Experience all this and much more this December at the Afro-Caribbean Festival live in Sierra Leone. See you there.
See you there. Yes, it's very good to me. Hey y'all, my name is Rodney Berry. With me today, Corey Manning, join us. Mark Howard. Join us. Also, Miss Elo, very talented young comedian. And writer, producer, director, One Act Drama is in the building as well. Is she there? Whenever you're ready, Drama, we're gonna bring you back.
You got a full house, Rodney Perry. Y'all ready to go. If somebody give you a radio opportunity, you just bring your whole team.
We ready, Royale. I asked all these guys a question earlier. It's late. You're on the road. Can a female comic come to your room?
Yes. Yes, titties out, please. Just if all else fails, titties in my mouth will help me get the answer to whatever we need.
No, can they come?
He is not lying neither.
Without the titties.
Yeah, anybody can come to my room anytime. I'm good. I am the safest guy I'm looking forward to going back out on the road, by the way. And I have a open door policy, especially if I'm working with folks. Because here's the thing. I remember when I was dating April, and I'd be on the phone. She went through the phone bill one time, and there was a phone call on there for like 2 hours at like 2 a.m, right? And that's for a woman you're dating and married to be on a call with another woman. But I'm like, life happens at 24 hours a day. Who cares what time it is? Like, why does...
If it's 2 hours, it's 2 hours.
If it's 2 hours, it's 2 hours. But you're saying it's more nefarious because it's 2 a.m. than 12 o'clock in the afternoon? You know how much off the books ass I've gotten at 12 noon? That's the best time if you're going to cheat.
Off the books
ass. Off the books ass. Hey, Corey Manning, you got anything for Royale? You got a question?
Yeah, I wanted to say something about.
It's a pleasure to meet you both first and foremost.
Thanks, same to meet you, man. And as Rodney referenced your Def Jam, I remember that bit. And I was like, you can bring guns on stage. I was like, that was dope.
Shit, you might need to bring them on stage these days.
Right.
Facts. But one of the things I want to acknowledge, you said, I never looked at it when you were talking about BT Comic View when they were doing the back-to-back bits, and how that could potentially or did cause beef between comedians. I didn't realize that could happen. What I thought of it is what really happened is because I'm in Boston with the white comedians, they thought that's what black comedy was. Like we only did the same bits. And I had to explain to them, you're only seeing 2 to 3 minutes of a black comic set. That's not their whole thing. That's just one thing they touch on. So I wanted to say that to you and ask you, like, if a person wanted to get into writing or they had an idea for their own sitcom or something like that, what would you advise them to do?
I would advise them to go get some money and shoot it and put it up on YouTube. Go the Issa Rae route, right? Okay, look. So you should always have a spec script. If you have a real desire to get into television writing, you should go do all of your homework, pay attention, write a spec episode of something, write an original episode of something. I always say write what's close to you, write what you know. Don't try to go, oh, this is what I think white people gonna like. Oh, this is what I think. No, nope. Write what your actual story is, right? I'm gonna give you just real quick. I'll tell you, I have to write another spec episode of something. Even coming off I'm a supervising producer on a 1-hour drama right now in its 5th season. Wow. I still have to go write something to show people, oh, this is what Royale is writing right now, right? So I'm married. I have my youngest son is a senior at Hampton University. His brother Royce just graduated from Howard. My oldest son, Joey, has his own family now. He has two children and a bonus son. And so we have a thread, right? Like most people have a text thread, our family text thread, where we share information, blah, 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 blah. And so my wife and my oldest son, Joey, were being mean to me on the text thread. So I was like, I'm out. Dad is out. That's it, right? And so I was like, oh, shit.
You left the thread?
I left the thread. I was like, I went, searched it, leave thread. Because they were bullying me, right? So I'm not even joking. They were bullying me. So I was like, I got the answer to this. Fuck that. Because I know what's going to happen. Like my youngest son, Ross, he's super sensitive. And he'll be like, why y'all being mean to dad?
What y'all do today?
So I'm just doing this, right? But I'm being honest with my feelings at the same time. So I was like, oh, shit, that's the show. Right, that's the show, right? It's like it's the five of us, and the show that you're watching, every episode starts on this family thread with either a question, a photo, or something, and then the show goes from there. So the one son that's at Howard, I'm gonna put him at a PWI. I'm put him at a white college. I'm gonna put Ross at Hampton. I'm gonna put me and April at our house, and I'm gonna take Joey and his family and put him at their apartment because they live in an apartment. And so again, every time somebody puts something you start on the thread with something, and then if it's me and my wife, that's a family, so you go multicam. If it's one of the kids of the college, you go single cam to them. And so you just write.
That's revolutionary.
Listen, you write what you know, and that way you'll never run out of story if you write what you know.
But I don't know if there's ever been a
nobody's done that. I haven't seen anybody
show.
Somebody told me that there was one show that was experimenting with it, but there's nothing currently on the air like that. And again, when you write what you know, you write with your life, right? Then you just can't go wrong, right? If I write Rodney knows, if I take any of the shit that me and my wife go through, then look, I'll tell you this also, just so you think about the power of TV and how television works. So I had a young lady that I was dating at the same time that I was dating my wife, right? I'm messing with her, my ex-girlfriend, and so April caught me in bed with her. Like, it's deep. Caught me in bed with her, my ex, and it's just bad. And so ultimately April won out. I got married to April, but this my ex, I'll just call her Karen. Like, she just would not go away, even to this.
So she's white.
She's white.
No. Karen, I'll call her Keisha.
So nigga said Karen on purpose.
Keisha. She's Keisha. But even to this day, 25 plus years later, she's still there, right? To the point where my wife is like, you know what? I just can't. I'm not. So Keisha,
my wife still beefing with anybody. Anyway, go ahead.
Listen, Keisha is a flight attendant. At the time that my money was low and I needed to start moving around, right? I was like, she's like, I'll put you on my flight benefits she had gotten divorced. She is like, I'll even put your wife on my flight. So both of y'all. I was like,
now was Keisha at all open to sister wife?
She probably not her. And April wouldn't go for that either.
Right.
But I'm just saying, if you think about the honesty of that, right? Just that alone is enough. If you type that out and say, where does this go? Right? You're in a space that most people are like, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's real. This is like, so I'm only sharing this to say, write what you know, write your life. Because it's like, hold on, it's like writing a bit. If somebody goes on stage talking about they got 11 brothers and 2 sisters and they grew up with it, like, that's my life.
You can't steal that.
You can't steal that. And so comics get into this thing, and I'm sure Mark and Rodney will appreciate this. Corey, anybody, Elo, if you do stand up, you'll appreciate this. When comics get in this thing about, I had a joke like that. How does somebody have a joke about your life specifically? They shouldn't. So write what you know honestly, and you'll never, you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, guys, we got exactly 5 minutes of show left.
We have 5 minutes of show. I haven't gotten to go to the cocaine, the midget, none of that.
I need another hour I need another hour with Royale, man. Man, so much great information, and I know we're only at the tip of the iceberg. One Act Drama, you got a question for Royale?
I actually had the same question. How do you get into writing? So he's answered it fabulously.
Put a spec script down, and don't be afraid. Don't tell yourself, "Oh, this isn't good enough." You know, go.
What's a spec script?
A spec script is when you write a version of an existing show. You write your version of an existing show, so you have a spec and an original. You write a spec, which is a version of a show that's on the air. Your version to show them, oh, I know the structure of this show, and then you go write an original, which is your own personal story that you want to write, and show them that too. And then you go out and put it in front of a bunch of people. Send it to me first. I'll read it and give you notes on it. Say, hey, change this, fix this, whoop, whoop, whoop. Then put it in front of some agents, some managers, some producers, and go out there and beg your ass off and sleep with some people and get you a right job.
And that's a script. You're talking about a spec script. You're not just talking about a summary of the story.
Spec script. No, I mean, you got to write the actual. Yeah, when you give it to them, you have to give them a finished version that looks like their show.
Okay.
Brother Royale.
Talk to me, Mark Howard.
First time meeting you. I'm sorry. No, y'all don't know. Me and Royale go back to the beginning.
All the way back.
In DC. All the way back. Love you, my man. Proud of your success and your work.
Appreciate you, bro.
You stayed in this game, man. Can I play you in your sitcom, please? I think I look better.
Me.
I think I'm
my son is playing younger me, and I'm playing me. Look at me. I still got all my teeth. I'm good looking. My exes still want me. I'm playing me. Why would I give that job away?
We'll talk. I need to talk you out of that. And let me
okay, we'll see if that works. See how that works out for you.
I don't think that's gonna work.
hey, Rodney, it's a little triangle. You beat me for winning a competition. I beat Royale for winning a comedy competition.
You beat Royale?
In that what was it?
The Coors Light Super Talent Showcase.
Yeah. You did. Mark
beat me in the Bay Area Black Comedy Competition.
Yeah. Wow. See how petty Mark is, Rodney. He just had to let the world know. Oh, need a win ass nigga up early
in the morning.
I'm gonna send you a trophy. Let me see if I got a trophy around here.
That's okay. I already got the money.
No, it's all good.
I'm not giving him my shit. I know that. Hey, Royale Watkins, man, how do we stay in touch, man? Be a part of everything you got going on.
Listen, first of all, you follow me on all social media at Royale Watkins. If you want to follow the most insane couple in the world, you should follow at After I Do, which is probably going to change to Relationship Love and Laughter. But I'm a connector. I'm grateful because everything that I stand on is on the shoulders of the people that connected me. And if people reach out to me, I try my best to get back to everybody. I can't promise I'll get back to everybody, but I do a pretty good job of extending myself and what resources I have, especially if you come at me the right way. If you come at me crazy, then block. But outside of that, I just think that the richness of these relationships is what helps us all grow. And I just want to be a part of the thing that helps everybody win. So
perfect. Royale Watkins is in the building. Corey, man, how do we stay in touch?
Well, I'm on all social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Black Planet, all that. And you can find that. Just go to my website, CoreyManning.com. Right there.
Perfect. Ms. Elo, how do we stay in touch?
Everything, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I am Elo Copeland, ELOCOPELAND on all platforms. And I'm also on Bumble.
Bumble.
I'm on Bumble too. I'm not.
Oh shit.
I'm not on nothing. God damn it.
Is Elo short for Eloise?
No, it's actually Eddie Lois.
Eddie Lois.
Yes.
That was my guess.
Yeah.
That was your guess. Mark, you've been flirting a lot.
Mark gets single. Miss Andromeda.
Trusted you as a friend too.
Andromeda, the queen of the galaxy, aka One Act Drama. How do we stay in touch?
I am on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at One Act Drama. I'm on Twitter, but I never tweet. All One Act Drama, and catch me on tour with D-Lay in the Last Leg tour starting in November.
Good stuff. Mark Howard, finally, man, how do we stay in touch?
Stalking your guests. Anyway, no, I'm sorry. I'm following them off social media. Mark Howard, no joke. Mark is spelled with a C, as you see on there. Mark Howard, no joke, on Facebook and Twitter. And Mark Makes Me Laugh on IG. Mark Makes Me Laugh on IG. I do have a TikTok, but my granddaughter gets a hold of my phone and she keeps changing my damn handle, and I don't know what it is. Real talk.
Rael, it would be an honor if you would come back, man. We can cover how you shoot multi-camera and all that other great stuff that you do, man.
Anytime you'll have me, Rodney Perry. We didn't get to talk about the casino and the military service and none of that stuff. So anytime you'll have me back, I'd love to be here.
Hey, man, my name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. That is our show for today. We will have this man back because he's a wealth of knowledge and information. We got to go. Peace out.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.